Okay, so we just did one that has just two values, male or female. It gets trickier when you have a variable that has more than two categories. There's one in GSS, I think, called marital status, and it's got like married, single, um, divorced, separated, widowed, all these different marital statuses out there. So that would, if you wanted to look at the effect of being married on some other variable, you could create a dummy variable for married, but you also have to create dummy variables for all the other categories of marital except for one. I think it's the law of k minus 1. So k is the number of categories in the independent variable or in the variable, and whenever you create dummy variables, you create dummy variables for all of them except for one. So let's look at this with party ID. There's a party ID 3 categories, and I'll show you how to do this. We go to transform, recode into different variables. Let's get this stuff out of here. And we got party ID 3, I think is what they call it. There it is. I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to see variable information. I see that you get a 1 for being a Democrat, a 2 for independent, and a 3 for Republican. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two new dummy variables, one for Democratic dummy, a Republican dummy, and then I'm going to leave out the independent. All right, so one value of the variable has to be excluded. So we'll first create demdum. I've already forgotten how party ID was coded. So 1 is Democrat, okay. Oh. There it is. New values. Old value of 1 is a new value of 1. Old value of 2 is a new value of 0. Old value of 3, old value of 0. System missing, add. So, I'm creating the Democratic dummy here. An old value of 1, which is what you got for being a Democrat, is a new value. Was that right? Is a new value of 1. Old value of 2, which was being a Republican, is now 0. You're not a Democrat. Old value, oh, this is a independent. Let me just slow down. Beginning. 3 was Republican, and now you're getting a 0. Any missing values? These are people who don't answer the question for one another. Are going to remain missing values. Continue. Democratic dummy. Okay. And change. Oh, all right. I must have it already in there. Demdum 2. Okay. And then I gotta go and do one for Republicans. Oops. You can do it that way, but different variables. This is repdom. This is Republican dummy. And up. Two. Okay, old new values. 1 is a 0. Change. 2 remains a 0. 3 now is going to become a 1. And that should be it. So this is a Republican dummy. 2 was an independent. They're going to remain a 0. 1 was a Democrat. They're going to now become a 0. And 3 is now going to become a 1. Excuse me. Excuse me again. All right. There we go. And it created it somewhere. And we're going to go back, and we're going to do multiple regression with these. And so we've got regression, linear. Obama Thurm remains in there. But now we're going to go to rep dummy. And And I'll tell you, usually these things are all the way at the very bottom. There's rep dum 2. Where'd my dem dum 2 go? All right, is this the same thing your textbook got? Yes, all right. That's always a good sign. So we're looking down here, and so we're trying to, again, predict people's feeling thermometer. Obviously, female had a pretty weak effect. We're at 5 minutes. All right, we're almost done. We can see that being a Democrat, all right, this coefficient turns on, if you will. You get a 1 if you're a Democrat. This gives you a 16-point boost, 16.343 boost in your Obama feeling thermometer scores. Right? No, okay, that's compared to the excluded category. Who is the excluded category? Independents. All right. So Democrat dummy, you're more. You have a 16-point boost. Look at Republicans. Compared to independents, the excluded category, their feeling thermometer scores are 25 points less. I think a proper interpretation of this is that Republicans seem to dislike Obama more than Democrats like Obama. I'd have to think about that a little bit more. This is Sunday morning. All right, so we could, again, turn over here, parents. We could draw out a prediction equation, just like I don't have time to do it now. We're running out of time, but you could plug in values for the different dummy variables, and you can find out. All right, close off.